Okay.
Cheers, all. It is Wine Wednesday. We're starting a little late. It's summer, it's hot, but we're tasting Chardonnay and we're going to be chatting about Burgundy and Canada for something a little different. So stop by. Cheers! Happy Wine Wednesday.
Today
Oh,
in one of ours, Carl's
over in Carl's world. Look.
Fuck me.
It's falling over. Well, guess what, guys? Normally we blind taste Carl because, always fascinated me. You take Carl to a party and Carl will be like, oh, a wine. 3 sniffs and he'll tell you all about the wine. He'll be like, oh, it's probably from this region. It's probably this kind of thing, this varietal. It's had like maybe this much of oak. It's probably this kind of oak from this kind of forest. I don't know. He tells you all this stuff about the wine and then he'll taste it. And he'll be like, all these flavors. And then he'll be like, it's probably cost this much. And 95% of the time he's right. So it's kind of crazy and fun to blind taste Carl sometimes. But today I think you're going to blind taste me, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on. Don't forget. Okay, now I'm set up. I just bought a brand new. I just threw it. A brand new thing for my phone, and it just snapped. Okay, that just snapped. So yeah,
I see.
and I have a mateship. Just like if it's the first live we've ever done. Okay, I have a
I know. I was like,
mateship.
every time we go live, we've done this, 500 times, 1,000 times? I don't know. Probably,
Yeah, it feels like it's 5 million times, but also it feels like it's the first freaking time we've ever done it.
And I'm like,
You should see my
time.
makeshift tripod that I have right now. It's comical.
Well,
okay?
It's funny because, though, I mean, you guys, when we started, those of you that were here at the beginning, we didn't have tripods. We didn't know what those were. So, I mean, there's been progress, Carl. You can't say there hasn't been progress.
Yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree. So,
Okay,
Canadian Wine Lovers, Charles Wine Club members, all of you, welcome to the show. I'm so happy to be here tasting some Chardonnay. Oh, go ahead.
Chardonnay with people who get it. I mean, Stacy and Jeff, they not only have our favorite Pinot Noir Rosé right here, like from our neighborhood, literally a 10-minute walk away, you guys. When you come here in a couple weeks, we'll show you the Tractor and Vines vineyard here in Trout Creek in Summerland. But they're not just tasting that rosé, which was our top rosé in Canada for multiple years now, but they're tasting a 2014 of that rosé. How crazy and cool is that, you guys?
So that bottle was probably from the rare BC wine promotion that we've done a while back. So because that's the only way that they can have that bottle. The only way, because I know that they haven't been in the region at the winery. So the only way that someone from Ottawa has that bottle.
Stacy and Jeff, like we were at Daniel Bonterin, the winemaker's new winery in the Similkameen a couple years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And he's showing us around. And at one point, there's like all these pallets of wine stacked really high. At one point, he like jumps up onto one and goes to the next one. And he ends up like 20 feet up in the air on top of wine. And he gets like an X-Acto knife and he starts slicing them open. He's like, not this one, not this one, not this one. And he's like, I found it. He's like, I wanted to show you guys this. I kept some 2014s and I actually have them going back. He's like, I've kept at least 1 or 2 cases going back to 2012. And like, oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, like, really? You haven't tell anyone of that? He's like, no one knows. And I'm like, holy shit. Okay.
No, I mean, that's how, do we still have the picture here? That's how this came about. And some of you guys were here to taste all these wines, but that's how the rosé looked like going back to 2012. And like Daniel says, as it ages, it starts to turn back to its color from the earth or something like that. Like,
Or and more than that, his styles has evolved so
well,
much over the
that's true.
years. Like these first ones were made 100% in new French oak puncheon. Like I
Yeah,
mean, who the fuck makes rosé that way now these days? Not a whole lot of people. And even the rosé master has evolved so much over the years that and tasting all of these rosés, single vineyard Pinot Noir, all the way back to 2013 when we did it. It was an incredible. Still to this day, it has to be one of the top five experience that we've had with Carl's Wine Club.
tasting
Incredible
those
tasting that
rosés.
we've done. But I went back last year and I said, Danielle, I need a case or two of something like one of these wines. So he went back to that pile. I'm telling you, I was alone that time, but I revived. It was such a deja vu. He went back climbing with the same freaking X-Acto knife in his back pocket, and he did the same thing. And I'm like, holy shit, it's deja vu. And he's like,
And we have
yeah,
it on video too. I have that clip somewhere.
yeah.
I gotta say, Kate, Jeanette, Danny, great to see you guys. Mike, the average wine enthusiast. Jen, nice to see you guys. Daryl is warning us against the Temu buys. It was not Temu though. I think it was like a serious place. It was like Amazon. I don't know.
Oh, for my tripod. This is apparently that's the shit. I read all of the reviews about that. That's the one I needed
The
apparently.
spider. Anyway, yeah. But Daryl kind of like again, Daryl is connected to the wine tasting grid because tonight he's got a 2014 Domaine William Febvre Chablis Premier Cuvée.
Oh, okay. But we're gonna have to talk about what's in our glasses, Daryl, because I have a bottle of Burgundy as well, but at the opposite side of the region, complete opposite. You're all the way up north. The one in our glass is completely from down south. So if you know your Burgundy map, that Chablis is the top at the north of the Burgundy region, and the bottle that I have is coming from deep south Burgundy. So we're talking about the Mâconnais, the region, the village of the Mâcon village, and I have a single vineyard here, Mâcon. Why? Let me tell you why. And the plan was to have a Pinot and a Chardonnay from Burgundy and a Pinot and a Chardonnay from Canada. I had a very rude awakening this afternoon. Very, very rude awakening. I haven't bought an international bottle of international wine in a very long time. I went to 3 liquor store. And I swear, it's not that I didn't want, I was picky. There was 0 bottles of Pinot Noir from
I'm a
Burgundy.
witness. It's true.
0. It's not that Carl was picky and little finger and no, I don't want this, I don't want that. No,
We
no,
were
no, 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 no.
suggested perhaps a Gamay instead.
Yeah, I was suggested a Gamay. Okay. And other than that, there I found some Fleury, some Morgon, some Brouilly. There was 6 Moulin Avant. I saw 5 or 6 different appellation of Beaujolais. I did not find one bottle of Pinot Noir from Burgundy in 3 liquor store in Penticton this afternoon. How fucked up is that? Holy smokes. I mean, it's incredible for a wine industry, but geez, moly, how hard is that? So
The good
anyway,
news is there was a decent selection of local wines, so we were happy to see that. At
yeah,
least in wine country, to see the liquor stores carrying Canadian wine. You don't see
yeah.
that very much outside of wine country in Canada, which is kind of sad.
So because I know what's in my glass, because I poured them, we turned the blind taste around. Mira knows that there's 2 Chardonnays.
I do know there's
But
2 Chardonnays. I just tasted them, and I thought this would be easier than it is to tell which one's the French one, because I've tasted so many Canadian wines. Like I have a 6th sense now which one's Canadian, but maybe not in this case. I have to sip them again. Ah, I know which one. The one on the right. You want to know why?
What?
Well, and you tell me if I'm right in a second. So, just on the nose, what I'm looking for, having like only tasted Canadian wine now for 5 years
Yeah.
and not knowing much about wine. I just
Is it the one those are more golden or?
Yeah, it's slightly more golden.
The slightly
And
more
it's slightly
golden
more chilled.
would be the which one?
The one that I think is the one from Burgundy, and I'll tell you why, because there's something on the nose with that one that I've never smelled on the nose of a Canadian wine.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, it's hard to argue
And I'll
because
try to tell you what it is. Because I don't know how to describe wine that well, but so the Canadian one has more stone fruit, I would say. Yeah, and there's just something unfamiliar about the Burgundian one that I'm like, clearly this must be the Burgundian one. It's like when I had a I think it was a Sauvignon Blanc from a region in France for the first time, and there was this chalkiness
from the Sancerre.
Yes, the Sancerre, and I had it, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, this tastes really good, like just like some of the best Canadian Sauv Blancs we've had. But then there was on that finish of that Sancerre this chalkiness that I had never tasted in Canada. I have since then once or twice tasted a chalky finish on a Canadian wine, but the one from Sancerre was just like so chalky. I was like, clearly that is the Sancerre and not a Canadian wine. So it's the same with this Burgundian one. There's something on the nose for me that's like a dead giveaway. This is not from Canada. So
but you're right. That's the cold one is the Burgundy. I
stayed a little longer in the freezer before the live.
I put it in the freezer and I forgot to put the Canadian wine in the fridge. So you have a cellar temperature Canadian wine in the cold.
Chilled compared to how hot it is here today. So
yeah, exactly. So that's what it is. So you have here a bottle of Louis Jadot. So Louis Jadot Macon Village from Grange Magnin. Grange Magnin is the single vineyard. A single plot in the Macon Village. Macon Village all the way down south. I was telling Daryl with this Chablis. Chablis is at the north of the Burgundy region. Macon is all the way in the south. So there's no more Burgundy past Macon. It's 2,500 acres of vines. They produce a little bit more mass-produced type of wine, a little bit warmer, a little bit more stone fruit type of fruit. What it's impressive with that Macon Village from Louis Jadot, the length. If you notice, there's a very lengthy finish.
It's lengthy and it darts around in my mouth in a way that is also kind of unique. I get sensations on the sides of my tongue that I rarely get with Canadian Chardonnay. It's really interesting. They're both really fantastic.
So let's talk price point. Okay, first, let's wait for the price point.
Yeah.
Let's talk about winemaking. Okay. Well, first and foremost, what I have.
So, okay, that's what's in my glass.
Yeah, that's 2021.
Gone. Oh my God! See, you always tell which one I'm going
for. It's 2021. It's 2021. Leaning Post. In this case, I think there's half the fruit is from the Saint-Chuck vineyard. And after that, you have grapes from the Grimsby Hillside. You have some also from Foxcroft. There's grapes from all over the place, maybe 5 different vineyards who gets fruits from that cuvee from Leaning Post. There's oak in there. So that's a big difference also, because here with this specific Macon Village, I believe that you are only in stainless steel.
I was gonna say I get a little bit of butter on the leaning post, which I
Yeah,
love.
the texture is completely different. Leaning post is more posh, it's more
Hey,
velvety.
Mike's got the Burgundy memo. He's got some Pinot Noir from Meyer McLean Vineyard 19. Those
Oh,
beautiful,
McLean Creek.
yeah, those beautiful 19 reds from the Okanagan. We love the 19 reds.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let me do a little something here. Um,
So
so
I don't know if it's because I've got flowers too. So Carl's brother was recently here, and he and his wife sent me these beautiful flowers. They made me happy all day. Isn't it great?
that was a fun. That was a fun trip. That was a fun experience. We have all the cousins here. We had a ton of fun. Here, let me see. I just want to see one thing. Yeah, yeah. I think we are. I'm right. Yeah, because I couldn't find oak in my taste profile, and this I stainless steel only for Macau. Okay, this is a good wine. This is a very good wine. I like the length. I like there's a decent amount of complexity. It's not a simple wine.
Yeah, it's got a finish that makes you think it's stopped, and then it kind of comes back like a crescendo.
Mm-hmm.
These would be fun interpretive dances. Very different wines, very different, but both very
But it's
good.
much more directional. It doesn't have texture. It's much more simple than the leaning post. Much more simple. It's good. I don't mind at all. I would drink that. Um, I would give that wine 90 points, let's say. 90 points,
You
maybe
got my
89.
vote. I mean, my vote is always. See, it's kind of hard to see now.
But the thing is, here we haven't talked about the price point. So here is the elephant in the room.
Yes. What's the elephant in the room?
We paid $46 for that bottle.
Oh.
Not that I asked to pay $46, because they charged me $46.
And because it was pretty much the only Burgundy Chardonnay that kind of made sense to buy. So
yeah, there was William Fèvre Petit Chablis. Homage à what Daryl's drinking right now, but there was very, very, very little selection. So I wanted something outside of Bourgogne appellation. For people who don't know what's the Bourgogne appellation, the generic Burgundy appellation. That's mean you can take grapes from wherever in Burgundy, in any vineyard in Burgundy, blend them all together, and you put Burgundy appellation in there, and you're a generic Burgundy wine. That's where you find wine around the $25. I wanted something a little bit more specific, at least at the village level. So that was the only village level, because I was looking for something more, a little bit more punchy, more complex. I wanted something from a village, a little bit more in the Côte d'Or. Nah. Forget about that.
they didn't have it.
Nah. I'm gonna have to go dig in the big city for that. Here in wine country, it's impossible to find. There's none. So it's a good wine, but for $46, no. It's not even. I don't think it's 90 points for
that price.
$46.
You're right. It's a
Now,
fun.
Mira, can you tell me how much Leading Post 21 Chardonnay is?
I don't know, but I know that it's more than halfway farther along than the other one. That is my cue. That is my instinctive way of telling you how much I like a wine. I just drink more of it.
Okay, so you're telling me that you're not going to do the research. I'll do it.
Okay, I'll do the research.
No, it's all good. Don't worry. I have my Shopify app.
And
here.
so it's Leading Post 2021, you said Chardonnay? I guess it's the
What?
latest vintage they have released.
The 21 Chardonnay. Their cuvee.
Oh, not the Senchuk.
Not Sanchok. Chardonnay.
I'm looking. And
I believe I gave that I gave that wine at least 92 points. Maybe 92 plus, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so just the 2023 Chardonnay is
No, the 21. 23, it's the 50.
They've released the 23. They're probably sold out of the 21 Grimsby Hillside.
No.
21 Senchuk.
No.
But as far as their straight Chardonnay, they're on 23 now.
Oh, okay, yeah, but you went on on their website.
Oh, on our website.
On our Shopify.
Okay. Leaning Post.
I'm telling my researchers how to do a research. This is this is a big twist of event. This is a big twist of event.
Okay.
It makes me feel
right. So I guess it's an exclusive release for Carl's Wine Club.
It was
only at this link that I will drop. Oh, and they're all pretty much out of it.
Yeah.
I see. You gave it 92 plus points.
There you go.
And with tax, it's $34.25. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is that? 25% less?
Yeah.
$34.25 versus 46 something. It's fairly substantial, I would say.
Yeah.
Mike says she fired, but I keep her on for wine tasting skills. Oh, thank you.
No one ever fired the best researchers in the world. My point to point that out is she had half a glass of Leaning Post Chardonnay in 15 minutes. So that is pretty funny. So that's where the researcher's skills go down a little bit.
I didn't need to research it. I knew from tasting it, you know. Dylan says, hello, wine lovers. Hey, Dylan. Hey, Cavell. And Mike's saying $24. I'm not sure what he was guessing at. And then
the $24 Chardonnay from Leaning Post is only the 50. The 50 is at $21.
It's also very good.
Yes. But it's in concrete. There's no oak in that. That 21 Chard has oak, has new oak a little bit as well. This wine is absolutely stunning for 25% less the price. And another thing who's quite fucked up in our country is I can find that wine, the Louis Jadot, Macon Village, Grange Magnin, for $29 plus tax in Quebec. So, and here in BC, I'm paying 46.
So interesting how that works, eh?
It is very...
Leslie's on from Calgary. Nice to see you, Leslie. And I mean, Mike is although he said I'm fired, he also said I've been tasting wine intensely for 5 years now. True, right? So I carry this kind of like instinctual wine thing because I don't know about the wine, but I know because I tasted it.
You smelled it, you tasted it, and you learned. There's one thing with you, Mira, that's you do things once and you have mastered it. So
thank you. Daryl, great question. What's up August 23rd? So for those of you that don't know yet, August 22nd, we are going to be at Leading Post in Niagara, actually the makers of this wine that we've got in our glass right now. And we are going to be tasting with the winemaker in the vineyard, in the barrel room, doing back vintages, barrel tastings, current releases, stuff people have never seen before. Really cool tasting throughout. And they've got food being catered there. So that's our Winery of the Year celebration for Ontario, August 22nd. It's a Friday evening in Niagara. And of course, as is customary with Carl's Wine Club, we find ourselves in wine country for the next morning. And we're like, now what? So of course, on the Saturday after, we're planning an epic Burgundy. And it's not Burgundy versus Canada, is it, Carl? It's Burgundy vis-a-vis Canada. Right?
vis-a-vis Canada. Yeah, I want to do a mashup. Burgundy, Canadian wines. I'm putting myself comfortable here. There you go.
Good to put yourself comfortable. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I would do a 12 wine tasting, six Burgundy, six Canadian, three Chardonnay, three Pinot Noir, and we're gonna go 12 wines. And now, are we gonna do it blind taste? I need to really wrap my head. I have a very good idea where we're gonna host it. I have a very good idea of the selection. I cannot announce it yet because I'm waiting for the host to get back to me. But it's going to happen on the 23rd. I'm working on a couple special guests. I'm working on some special bottles. So it should be a fantastic event, un prélude à notre voyage en Bourgogne. So
Yeah, so
Burgundy.
for anyone that hasn't heard, we've decided to say, screw it all. We're going on international wine trips. Since we started Carl's Wine Club, we've been fantasizing back in the COVID days when we weren't sure if we'd ever be able to leave the country again. Uh, when it was like, oh, wouldn't it be amazing if we could go take these world-class Canadian wines that we've been discovering and go and show them to people who love wine, who make world-class wine in iconic old world places like Burgundy, like Tuscany, like.
Can I pause you? It is
Yes.
criminal to charge $46 for that bottle of wine. It's criminal. Sorry, keep going.
I know. I'm like, definitely going for the leaning post on that one for
Criminal. It's criminal. That's criminal. I'm pissed off right now because
Good
usually
wine.
I don't.
It's a
Yeah,
good wine. Yeah.
Right?
It's a good wine, the Burgundy, but you're right, totally mismatched with the price point as it lands in BC. So like you were saying, in Quebec, if it's $29 in Quebec, a little bit better, right?
Well, plus Quebec tax, you're at 36 probably at the end. So honestly, so anyway,
yeah, your designated driver and you, Daryl, I think are booked. I think so. Yeah, definitely. I think so what's happening on the 23rd is small group tasting of Burgundy versus Canada, or vis-a-vis Canada. Sorry, it's not a competition. It's just for fun. With some epic winemakers that have been to both places, maybe even made wine in both places. So
exactly. Right? Now you're giving a lot, but can't wait for these phone calls. But yeah, if you are coming at the Leaning Post event, book your Sunday after your Saturday afternoon. It's going to be a epic tasting, something that we haven't done yet, but something that's going to be a regular thing with Carl's Wine Club moving forward. There's vis-a-vis tasting will be a common theme moving forward. We went all over the map in Canada, tasting wines from Canada from all over the place. Now it's time to bring the trophy from around the world and put them side by side with it. We believe that we make some world-class wine. We need to put them on the map. We need to taste them alongside the big boys. I'm a positive person. I'm an eternal believer. Some people call me delusional. Some people call me a cheerleader. Some people call me unrealistic. Some people call me anyway. All of these, it's time. It's time to to show what the proof is. It's time to bring these products in people's glasses. I fucking have it in my glass right in front of me right now. Okay? And I would like to see Monsieur Jadot. Okay? And sitting, I know, okay, Louis Jadot makes some outstanding wine from Montrachet, from other places at $200, $300 a bottle, and I respect what they do. But when you have a product like that at $46 and I taste it alongside Leaning Post at 25% less, and people tells me tell me that we do not belong on the same stage than Burgundy when it comes to Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. That's where I lose my fucking marble. That's where I get pretty darn annoyed and tell people to fuck off. That's when I have these kind of thing happening in my life that I know that we're doing the right thing. Him and that lady right there. Like I know that we're doing the right
That
thing.
guy right there.
That hot thing there, right?
Okay, try it again. Try it again, like this. Do it again.
This one.
Oh, shit. Okay, the other way.
No, because you're backward.
I know.
The way that I do it, I'm pointing at you. But so you tell me that I have to do it that way.
Yeah, that way. Yeah.
That way?
No.
But yeah, I mean, this is pretty fucking obvious what's in front of me right now. It doesn't need a master of wine. I don't need Anthony Gismondi. I don't need David Larson. I don't need any bullshit to tell me that Leaning Post absolutely destroys that Grange Magnier of Macon Village from Louis Jadot, which is an outstanding producer. And I hope that we can meet with them, because when we open our box of Chardonnay, these people are gonna be like, they're gotta be ready for a rude awakening. What we do is freaking awesome.
Doesn't have to be rude. Can be a joyful awakening. Hey, tell me. Okay, so tell me what vintage that wine is. The
2020.
2020. Okay, interesting. So, because they are now on a 2023 release normally.
Yeah. Well, that tells you how much Burgundy sells here in BC.
Still had a 2020. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, the acid is still there. That wine hasn't gone. This wine hasn't gone down the hill. This one is priming right now. Absolutely. And the Leaning Post is just getting started. And also, it's a different style. I mean, this is stainless steel. This is not a wine. This is a wine to preserve freshness and purity. Kudos to the finish. Kudos to the finish. Kudos to the flavors definition. But I mean, in terms of complexity and in terms of global general enjoyment, that's not even close.
So what's interesting is I'm seeing it being sold anywhere from $13 to $50 a bottle, the same wine. Some of it is the newer vintages. But what I want to know is if there's any scores on this one. Probably not, right?
Well, you need to also to make sure that you have the Grange Magnier, because this is not just Macon Village. It's a single vineyard Macon Village.
I see. Okay. I see.
Grange.
Okay.
Grange. Magnin.
Grange Magnin.
Yep, you got that right. Oh, I love the way you say it. Jeez. Wow.
I'll practice my French, you guys, for
exactly.
when we record live from France. So apparently the 2020, and let me get this right, Maison Louis Jadot, Macon Village, Grange Magnier. Is that right?
You need to stop that right now.
88 points, Wine Spectator. So
okay. I mean, that's what I mean.
Yep.
I was saying 89. I was saying 89. So
okay, and I couldn't figure out what the hell is on the nose that's so different than a Canadian wine. So I'm going to look at some tasting notes, see if someone else pinpointed.
It's a little bit of almond, a little bit like almond cookie.
Almond, you were right. I do not expect almond on the nose on a Chardonnay in Canada.
Yeah, a little nuttiness, tiny nuttiness that I get in there, which is typical.
Someone put in their notes, bright and balanced, refreshing, and very suitable for vegans. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a just a pairing note or some kind of weird compliment or not. I don't know. Very suitable for vegans. What a thing to put in your tasting notes, right?
Okay.
Okay.
That's that.
Fine.
So what that mean? Not too complex, so it's not going to destroy your vegan meal. I don't know.
I guess
And
it
it's
goes well with
and
simple
no offense
food.
to vegan. I'm just learning myself that I have some food limitation at 49 years old. So no offense to our vegan friends.
Did
Uh,
you want to announce your thing or you want to wait?
I
We thought
mean,
Carl was allergic to tomatoes the last 2 years. Some of you might have heard that, but it's something else perhaps. So
you go ahead. You go
nothing to
ahead.
worry about. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, you go ahead.
The doctor thinks he has celiac, you guys. It's not tomatoes, it's pasta. We're like, every time you eat like a big bowl of pasta with tomato sauce, you get kind of sick. So maybe you can't have tomatoes. No, you can't have gluten. Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah. That was
You find
my.
out in the middle of your life that you've probably had your whole life. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Mike, I take that as a compliment. He says we remind him of the Addams family. The wine version, though, right? The wine version. Bright. Look, we're wearing white clothes.
Yeah. Ta-da-dum, ta-dum, ta-dum,
Yeah,
ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum.
much better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyway, so to the whole thing here was to talk about the trip in Burgundy.
Right.
Uh,
Yes.
that I'm not gonna name any name, but we have two winemakers lined up to join us. They're not confirmed at 100%, but the uh, the talk are ongoing and very serious. So we're not gonna name any name because it's not completely secured and confirmed. But there's going to be some winemaker joining us in on the trip. So this is really fucking exciting. Sorry for my language. This is really, really, really exciting. And someone's talking to you about Burgundy right now.
No, there was apparently an accident at the lights near our house. Good. Just neighbors thing.
Oh, the kids are here, so no worries, okay?
Yeah,
Because
I
our
said, don't
kids
worry,
were.
we have all your children. It's just the neighborhood texting me that we're going to be late to pick up our kids. Like, that's okay. We have them all. They're here. They're safe. It's all good. Butter tarts containing gluten. Oh, shit. This is not a good news, Tracy. This is not good news. Don't share such news. We will find ways, Carl. I think there are ways to make gluten-free butter tarts. Yeah.
I didn't thought of the butter tart. There's many things like my juicy cheeseburger. There's so many things that I.
Well, I mean, the juicy
Uh,
cheeseburger, they're really good now at making fake bread. I really think they are. So I don't think you're going to miss the bun. I mean, half the places have like sort of stale buns, anyways. So that's kind of how the gluten-free ones will be. But
That
yeah.
old exercise tonight. Sorry, I'm gonna cut it off because the butter tart just hit me.
Oh, Mike's saying that Gomez really liked when Morticia would speak French. See? Oui, oui, oui. They ended up going to France. They ended up going to France at the end of it. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, very true. Very true. Daryl, Marcel. Yes, we need to talk to him. Actually, that's a giveaway. That is not one of the winemakers we've been chatting with. So maybe
I'm saving Marcel for Germany.
that's true. Actually, that's true. If he can only go on one trip in the next year and a half or 2.5 years, it should be Germany because he is from Germany. It would be really cool.
But there can be more than two. So I'm just saying that I have few more ideas, few more things up my sleeve. But yeah, there's so much going on that front right now, and it's so freaking exciting. We're launching also the Collector Club in the next, I don't know, week or so, maybe sooner, which will be centered around what we're just talking about, the vis-a-vis tasting. All that Collector Club will be where Canada stands alongside the best of the best in the world. And we're going to provide boxes of wine sent to you once every 2 months with these specialty selection from international wine paired with Canadian superstar. So that's coming very, very, very soon. This is really exciting, and there's going to be a bunch of features where people can exchange wine, meetups, and name it. So it's going to be really exciting. The trip to Burgundy, as we speak, we have officially 6 spot available, but unofficially,
Six couple spots. So.
but unofficially, maybe just 1 or 2 spot left.
Yep, it's in the works, guys. It's in the works. So very soon, all those of you who are coming with us will have some private Zooms. We'll get the party going. And I think we need to hear from some people from Burgundy. And I said to Carl, someone has to go and check it out in advance. And so sadly, that will be us. We will make the sacrifice. I know you can all thank me later, but we will go and make sure that the beds are super comfortable. And we will go and make sure that there's some really fun things planned, and we'll give you all a sneak preview of that. And we can share widely, what we're finding when we talk about Canadian wine in the context of Burgundian wine and what that's.
But I mean, I cannot take a group to Burgundy without knowing which kind of cheese we're going to eat when we're there, right, Mira?
Yeah, and you know what? I have now forgotten the name of the cheese, so now I have to look it up. Famous Burgundian cheese. What is it?
The Chateau de Bourgogne is one of them.
Yeah, but there's a name. Époisse.
Oh, Époisse. Yeah, that's the.
It's like the soft, stinky Charolais goat cheese. It's called Époisse. And then what they do is they melt that.
It's a little bit like the raclette, from Alsace, but the Burgundian style is called Époisse.
So there you go. So if you haven't been to Burgundy, you have to give us your tips. And if you have not yet been to Burgundy, you should go. If it's on your bucket list, you should go with us. We have a few spots left for this ultimate bucket list trip of a lifetime,
including a night in Paris, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Jim's saying if we need help with advanced testing, let him know. And Mike's also saying sounds like a fun reconnaissance trip. Yeah, I mean, it'll be just like, you might end up with the short end of the stick, and we'll be like, well, we won't be staying here now that we know. But that's what that trip's all about. Plus, we're going to be meeting some cool people and maybe doing some interviews that we're going to bring back into the Zoom with those that are coming on the trip, teasing everyone else on YouTube with what we're up to up there. So it should be fun.
Yeah, because I mean, this is the first of many, and we're going to get organized, and we're going to really because the following one we're going to go to Italy after, and it's just a start. That vis-a-vis, that's really what the dream was at the very beginning. It's to showcase Canadian wine on an international stage. So we are bringing with us not only winemakers from Canada, but we're bringing some of the very, very best Chardonnays and Pinot Noir with us. So if Mr. Louis Jadot wants to pour us the Macon Village Grange Magnin, you might feel a little weird when I pull out a Leaning Post Saint Chuck Vineyard out of my ass and put that in it. Hey, will be. So I'm telling you, no, this is a new concept. This kind of thing have not been done before, and this is so freaking exciting to take members with us.
And it's fun because I think there's many people who would love to go back in time to before the whole world thought of Burgundy as this iconic place for Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and buy up all the best chateaus, to have in their cellar. That's where we are with Canadian wine. In 10 or 20 years, those people who are following wine are going to say, man, I wish I could go back and buy cases and cases of Leaning Post, before it became so hard to get and before the prices quadrupled, So that's kind of where we're at with Canadian wine. And I think it will be fun for the French, who I think they need a little bit of a jump start. And seeing the younger industry in Canada, I think will be fun for them, and how excited we are about what we're doing here.
Absolutely. I so agree with you. And
I agree with you, Mike. I totally agree with you. So that is definitely on part of the plan. Absolutely.
The what?
That we're bringing a videographer with us.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. That's the start of a very serious YouTube channel. That is the part of the plan. That was all part of the dream. And
we'll pollinate with you, Mike. We'll have some fun that way. It'll be great.
100%. And so, yeah. So this is the proof here that we make some incredible wine at a much better price point sometimes. And we so we're planning that trip. And sorry, I got
but before all that, we're going to Niagara in about a month. August 22nd is the epic tasting at Leaning Post in the evening, Friday evening. And on the 22nd, it sounds like we've got a few couples in already who are there with us to do this Burgundy vis-a-vis Canada with some winemakers. And this time, guys, I'm sorry, but I think there needs to be food. I think there needs to be pairings, not just food, but pairings. Carl Boucher, you have, when I first heard about you in the scene in Calgary, it was like, this guy is a genius at pairing things. Like, if you go to a paired dinner, and Carl Boucher organized it at some of the 5-star restaurants in the country, you're going to be on cloud nine because the pairings are going to be spectacular. And we haven't.
Yeah, well, I used to pair 12 to 15 courses with different wines from all over the world. So if people wonder why I was familiar with wine from Greece or with wine from, I don't know, find me an obscure from Georgia or like whatever. I used to pair 12, 15 courses. So you need to have so many different options to go with different food. So I know where you're going with that question, but I'll let you ask. I'll let you keep going.
I'm not asking anything. I was just saying that there should be paired food.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're
tasting. I mean, if we're gonna taste, we're tasting 3 Canadian Pinots, 3 Canadian
Chardonnays,
3 Burgundian Pinots, 3 Burgundian Chardonnays. Not in that order, clearly. That's 12 wines. I'm gonna guess that if that's happening, there's gonna be a two sparklings to get us started from each region as well, because I know you. And so why the hell not have some fun pairings? I mean, we know all we have to worry about is pairing well with Chardonnay, pairing well with Pinot Noir, right?
No, definitely. And often I try to carbage the pairing when we do these kind of things to keep the cost effective for the members to be around, because when you factor in the venue, the wine cost, especially now doing some Burgundian wine, like you see an entry level wine at $46. Well, they're not going to be the entry level wine in that tasting. So we're talking about high cost wine. So to keep the cost of the ticket fairly affordable, it's hard to include high-end pairing in the whole 9 yards. So that's where sometimes my
That's true. It makes it harder.
Hesitation comes from, right?
Yeah, and you want the focus to be on the wine. You don't want it to suddenly turn into the chef needing to talk about the food necessarily. But what if even we bought in some Burgundian cheeses? Because there are some cheesemongers even in Niagara that can bring in stuff directly
Oh, but
from.
you know what, Mira? That doesn't. It can be in Toronto.
Well, that's what I mean. We'll pick it up on our way. I mean, if they overnight it from Burgundy and we pick it up on the Friday or the Thursday even, it's probably going to be just fine. And we can each have a little pot of epose or whatever it's called. Tell me.
Okay, Mira, let's stop it here. I am
Epoise.
the wine guy.
Epoise.
I'm the wine guy. You're the cheese girl.
There you go.
I mean, I'm gonna take care of the wine selection, of the special guests, of the venue. I'm gonna give you some spreadsheet with pricing. You're the finance girl. You're the cheese girl. You're gonna tell me how much to charge, and you're gonna tell me which cheese we're gonna have.
Perfect.
How about we split that up that way?
Cheeses. Let's just clarify that right off.
Yes, absolutely. That's a French thing. Sorry, I missed the S.
With
In my mind, there was multiple. It's just my bad English.
Okay, well, here's a controversy. Okay, so Daryl is ready to book the vis-a-vis South Africa trip. I agree. I think this is phenomenal. And but Mike, objection. We don't make Chenin Blanc in Canada, not much anyway. But we do make some world-class examples. We don't.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you bring Big Head and De Silva, and I would say probably, yeah, that's two.
Yeah, I know. South African
Chardonnay. But also,
Chardonnay.
South Africa made some outstanding Shiraz. They make like so. There's the Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays as well. So I mean, I have enough with two Chenin Blanc to bring to South Africa. I know exactly who's coming with us for that. But yeah, I mean, iteration number one, it's Burgundy. It was very selfish of me to do that first, but Chardonnay was top of my list, and I have a point to prove. I have a freaking point to prove, and I'm gonna make it. That's when it's happening, and that's where it's gonna happen. It's in Burgundy in 2026. I'm gonna prove the fucking world that what we make here in Canada, not only it's world class, but it's top stage. It's first step of the podium. We can go head to head, toe to toe with Burgundian wine with our top Chardonnays and Pinots, and look the par. People have called me idiots. I don't care. We're gonna prove it. Yeah.
It's called the Cheese Boutique. It already sounds amazing from the name. I love it. So figure this out. Figure this out. Do you have Burgundian Epoise? That's what I will call them and say.
So yeah, it's in the work. I believe we should be able to announce that early next week. Should we?
I think so, and as soon as possible. And also the members that have been asking about the BC Winery of the Year event, we should have that very soon too. Hopefully in the next day or two.
Yes, you're right.
I was hoping today. Yeah, we'll.
I was in my list. I sent the email. I haven't heard back, but I need to start
we'll figure it out. It'll be epic as well, because I know some people are planning a trip to wine country in BC, which is a really smart idea. Love it.
Absolutely. So there's a lot going on in terms of event. Tomorrow we're visiting the Garnet Valley Ranch tomorrow late afternoon.
Yes, we have never done this, and it's right here in our backyard in Summerland. And it is so interesting. Summerland, I can see why they have 3 distinct VQA regions: the Lakeshore, the Bench.
The VQA, the sub-appellation.
Well, sub-appellations are through VQA, right? So they have the Lakeshore, the Bench, and what's that other part? The Garnet Valley.
Lakefront.
Yeah.
The Summerland Valley, Summerland Lakefront, and Summerland Bench. And it's not Summerland Valley, it's Summerland Valleys. So that includes Garnet Valley and Prairie Valleys, the 2 valleys behind. So Garnet Valley doesn't have its own appellation, but it's part of a dual valleys, but outside of the behind the Summerland Bench, and obviously up the hill from Summerland Lakefront.
I love it. Hey, Carl Boucher, I think we're going to need to do a reconnaissance on the cheeses. So I will be contacting this recommendation here, Global Cheese in Toronto, the Cheese Boutique. Let's see which ones have a selection of Burgundian cheese that they can ship out to me, so that you and I can give it a little try one of these days. Maybe on a Wine Wednesday. I think that would be perfect.
As
And
I know, if we don't do pairing, if we do a nice grazing table of charcuterie and Burgundian cheese, that can. Do you think it can? That can cut it?
Well, let's find out what's possible, right? Yeah, because I get what you're saying. You're trying to keep the focus on the wine, and you're also trying to keep the price point from getting out of control.
Yeah, because bringing a caterer at the winery, because I want to keep it in the winery.
Yeah.
In the winery setting, which is much more fun, to my opinion, to be in a winery setting to do that kind of thing. That's renting a boardroom or some stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, so there's a few details to keep to still. But on the 23rd, the day after the Leaning Post event, we're gonna do a showdown, Burgundy, Canada. And it's going to be very fun. We are going back also in November. We are going to be part of La Cuvée Toronto from with the One Drop Foundation. The same kind of event that we were part of in Las Vegas. For the second year in a row, they're doing a version in Toronto, and Carl's Wine Club's gonna have a booth this year there, and we're gonna showcase some BC wines at the One Drop grand tasting, walk around tasting in the afternoon of November 12th. We're going to feature 4 BC wines among some of the very best wine from around the world. So yeah, it is really, really cool. We confirmed that this morning, and it's in collaboration with l'Académie du Vin, our friend Marc Nadeau, le Cirque du Soleil, and Guy Laliberté. So really, really exciting thing that we're going to be part of again. So we're going to be back in Niagara, in Toronto, but I'm sure that we're going to spend some time in Niagara on that trip again. So
that could be a good time to stop by finally Prince Edward County or Lake Erie North Shore. So there you go.
Pack in November. I don't think we're going to do that, but we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
Hey, wine country in November is glorious because there's not a lot of people, but you can still taste the wines, and especially in Niagara, I'm finding a lot more Niagara wineries are open year round, and they have fun things. Like in the winter, they'll have like fire pits with blankets and s'mores and things like that. So yeah, in Prince Edward County, we could video them burying their vines. That's true. Sadly, for the winter. Quite a fun and unique fact about Canadian wine country in that part of the country.
You're right. Hey, you switched to the red cup? What's happening with your glass?
We ran out of glasses, I think. We had so many children in our house today.
No. But I mean, what happened with your wine glasses?
Well, they're like almost empty. I mean, there's a little bit left of the French one, but the Leaning Post is, I mean, literally one more sip left. So
there you go. So yeah, another packed show. I have something cool coming up in a few weeks. We're gonna do a live show, tasting coast to coast, not and everything in between. No, we're gonna taste Benjamin Bridge and Blue Grouse side by side. That I'm very excited.
Vancouver Island.
So we're gonna have Vancouver Island, Cowichan Valley appellation, alongside Benjamin Bridge in Gaspereau Valley, Nova Scotia.
Really cool.
That's going to be really cool. So that's happening in a couple weeks, because next week we're going to do our Wine Wednesday from the Big Apple. We are going to be in New York City, and we are going to do our live from there. We're bringing Canadian wines with us, and it's going to be a ton of fun to taste some of our American friends in New York with our Canadian superstars. So yeah, that's what's coming up with Carl's Wine Club. So watch your inbox. You're gonna have the Burgundy Canada Showdown ticket available very soon. Uh, yeah, and we keep providing you with updates on our Burgundy trip. There's only a few spots available. So if you have a friend who wants to join, or
Yeah, and I want to say Carl's Wine Club wines are shipping and arriving all over the place these days. So I'm just going to put the link here. If you are curious about that wine, you can still get it for probably another month or so, I would say.
Yeah, almost half of the inventory have been sold already, so it's fun. So we're very happy with the turnout. And I know when people start tasting it and like picking their getting a little bit more and more in their case, they're going to reorder because this one is absolutely freaking spectacular. So it's really, really cool. Yeah. Anything else, Mira?
That's all. I mean, I'm excited. I have never in my life been to New York, and I'm very excited to go there next week. We've got some special family things happening down there, and people we're meeting. So yeah, very exciting. We did reach out to the New York Vintners Club, who seemed so our type of people, like real wine nerds. But we haven't heard back quite yet, but we'll see. Maybe we'll be able to live stream from there. If not, we're definitely going to represent Canada and infiltrate with Canadian wine. So you'll catch us tasting wine, Canadian wine from somewhere in the Big Apple area next Wednesday.
So yeah, okay. So
where is my Carl's Cab Franc? Carl's Cab Franc. You mean the anniversary wine? Like this one? I don't know. Anyway, it'll be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see you guys real soon.
Is he talking about this?
Yeah, or maybe he's talking about his personally engraved wines from De Silva. A shipping date. Oh, okay. I get it, because he's waiting for his wines. They're shipping, I think. We sent them to them last week.
Yeah. They got the list late last week.
They were labeled. They were ready to go.
Yeah, they were ready to go. So I was expecting that to be out the door. I'm waiting for the tracking numbers. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. Some of you might get it by the weekend. I don't know. Fingers crossed. We'll see. So Carl's Wine Club members, it was great to see y'all. It's lots of fun as usual. Fabulous. I'm glad to see that my nose and taste for Canadian wine remains unchanged. I just instinctively go for the ones I've already really loved in the past. So that's awesome.
And to be honest, Mira, I mean, this one is a no-brainer. I mean, I know we're going to come across some outstanding wines from Burgundy. I know that because there's like some of the very best in the world.
Yes.
But at that price point, there was an absolute no contest. Not even close. Not even close. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Canadian wine lovers,
great to see y'all.
Carl's Wine Club members. See you next time.